Our project involves the Eagle Ford Shale region of southeastern Texas, where there is an abundance of unconventional oil and gas activities. And for the purpose of this poster, we are focusing on the mobile measurement portion of this project.
In this project, we were looking at the chemical characterization of emissions from unconventional oil and gas development using stationary measurements in the Eagle Ford Shale.
I'm working with Dr. David Allen, and my project is assessing the impact of spatially and temporally allocating NOx emissions from unconventional oil and gas development, specifically hydraulic fracture.
And I'm working on the modeling portion of the tracer model, which is the tracking community exposures and releases.
Moving forward, we will be measuring in the Permian Basin. We're actually conducting measurements currently, right now, and next week. So really excited to also see in a different region what the emissions look like.
So this research is going to be used to help develop a model, the tracer model, where we hope that that will be able to be used in unconventional oil and gas regions throughout the U.S. So certain measurements like pollutant ratios, ethane to propane to methane are going to be needed for the model.
We want to look into more how to get better estimations out of the Marcellus using the EPA oil and gas tool.
So the next steps are kind of underway. We have two sort of points that we're focusing on. So now we need to basically estimate the emissions. And so we're using Monte Carlo simulations coupled to thermodynamic models to basically say, okay, I've got these sources with these characteristics, what type of emissions are coming out and at what times and for what duration. We'll feed those into the different models and then compare the results of those models to the measurements that we have done in other portions of the campaign, which are on the other side of this poster.
Yeah, so far, the Marcellus project is very new for us, but when we did this for the Eagle Ford Shale, we did it for Karnes County, and I'm aware that they had like an open house at their Karnes County facility, and they engaged the community.
There were a few community members who showed up. They showed concern about air quality, and they also actually were concerned about us maybe driving oil and gas out of their town.
So I think this research will be relevant for modelers trying to understand what different plume fingerprints might look like, because we saw a lot of variability across sites.
And it would be amazing if policymakers could also use it.
So the results of my research are going to go into a technical guidance document that will inform people how to estimate NOx emissions from hydraulic fracturing. That'll be publicly available, hopefully, after it's been reviewed and published.
I think the results of our research will be, there's a lot of folks, I think, things like maybe the EPA, folks who are just interested in running exposure models, industry folks would probably be pretty interested in it, but the way that it's used, I think, will differ based on who's using it.